Hi, Cail. How tricky or how difficult does it feel to to come out of that game with the loss after leading 1-0 midway through the third period? How difficult does that feel?
Oh, it stings for sure. I won't lie to you. I think it stings, and I think that it was a hard fought game. Hogberg was a good goaltender, and we had trouble getting traffic in front of him. So once we got that 1-0 goal, it felt like we had battled for it. And when you get to that point, you want to make sure you lock it down, and we just didn't do that.
And two penalty kills and two goals basically for Belleville in the third period. And did you think that was more the result of good execution by them or mistakes on your side?
Not trying to grade Belleville in any form. I didn't like our side. We didn't do our job. We allowed an easy goal off of a face-off, and we allowed someone to get behind us with 2.5 minutes left to go in a one goal or in a tie game. So it's definitely on us.
And my final one to start here would be just what did you think of the performance of Sparks tonight?
Good. I thought would have been magical if he could come up with one more for us, but he did his job. We need to find a way to. He can't give up a breakaway at that point in the game. I think Sparksy was really good, and he faced down a lot of looks, dealt with some traffic and stuff, and I thought it was good.
All right, thank you, Cail.
Go ahead over to Paige.
Hi, Cail. Luke Philp, he has points in the last 6 out of 7 games. What are you seeing out of him lately?
Just competitive. He's found it more in terms of offense, although it was a rough week. Has been a rough week, I think, for guys just to create. But Luke has been working hard, and he's been really effective as a centerman. I think he's done a good job on both ends of the ice. So that's something that is natural to him from his U Sport and junior days. But at the same time, to see him doing it really effectively at the AHL level is a nice added bonus and sort of broadening his abilities there.
For sure. And you guys were leading for the majority of the game. So there's got to be some positives you can take in tomorrow. Kind of are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think we did some good things. I thought that, overall it was I think we were fairly defensively responsible. I didn't like some of our puck plays in the first in terms of our exits, but as the game went on, we started to settle down with the puck and we started to manage it better. I thought that was a positive. And that's what I think ended up putting us into a position to be leading. So, we talked about it after the game as a group. We just got to reset and go right back at it. It's, it can get difficult. Like the thing I think is it can get darkest before the dawn, right? Sort of have a little bit of struggle. We're going through one right now, and everyone's learning about themselves and about their teammates.
Thank you.
Anything more for Coach? Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, my last question here is going to be just about Connor Mackey, because what I've seen on my side is I think he's growing offensively in terms of his confidence. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I think his confidence is going up. I think he's gotten involved in different ways, being real physical, getting in a fight, and just doing things where we're not asking him to be a fighter or anything, but we like that he's sort of putting his mark on the game in many different ways. And once you start to get really engaged in the game and in the middle of the battle, I think the other parts of the game start to come along. You start to feel a little more comfortable with the puck, and you start to see the game unfold in a little slower motion. And I think that's something that's important for Connor. It's been real up and down for him here since the summertime. It's a lot to try to be playing at the NHL level. So I think to be able to get down here for some consistent games and be thrust into a real prominent position is good for him.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Paige.
Just one more from me. With having Fraze back, does your leadership dynamic change very much, or does the core pretty much stay the same?
No, it stays the same. We've got Leslie, and we've got Phillips, and we've got Godin, and we've got Kirkland, and we've got Fraze, and we have guys that contribute whether or not they're wearing A's and C's. So I think it's solid. We have good character, good culture in that room, because of those guys. And now it's a matter of, staying with that and making sure that we stick together here. When things get rough, we got to make sure that we're just, staying together as a team and find a way through it.